Yemen's Houthi rebels say they will resume attacks on Israeli ships in response to Israel's continued aid blockade in Gaza. The militant group's decision comes as the future of the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas remains uncertain. So following the latest from Tel Aviv for us is CBS News foreign correspondent Ramy Inocencio. Ramy, you're back in the region. So break down this decision by the Houthis to resume attacks on Israeli ships. And does it mark a return to perhaps a little bit of escalation in the region, even though the ceasefire is still holding?
Sure. Well, it opens a door to potential attacks by the Houthis against Israeli ships in the waters surrounding this region. But the reason they have decided to make a U-turn on this original suspension of attacks on Israeli ships, which started back in January when the ceasefire did take effect, is because of the blockade that Israel has said that it is now doing on the Gaza Strip in terms of humanitarian assistance, food, aid, medical supplies. In addition, the stoppage of electricity flowing into the Gaza Strip that just happened about 3 days ago, which has affected the functioning of desalination plants there. So far, this has been announced from this announcement came last night, but we haven't gotten any reports of any attacks just yet. But looking back on it, we know that the Houthis do have the capability to do these attacks. They have launched about 100 attacks ever since the October 7th attacks of 2023. There are at least 2 ships that were attacked. One was seized. At least several sailors were killed, and many others were taken captive. So the waters here from the Gulf of Aden all the way to the Arabian Sea, all fair game, according to Houthis, from this point on.
And finally, Ramy, how is the continuation of that ceasefire and those talks around it going?
Sure. Well, that is why Steve Witkoff, Trump's special envoy, is now in Doha talking with the Israeli delegation, talking with those mediators from Egypt and Qatar, and then indirectly with Hamas. The crux of this is that Israel wants to extend phase 1 of the ceasefire from January, but Hamas wants to carry on with phase 2, which was agreed by both Israel and Hamas 7-8 weeks ago. There is a plan being talked about now called the Witkoff plan. If that did come to some kind of fruition, it envisions an extension of 2 months and the resumption of the exchange of hostages. Roughly half are believed to still be alive, about 25 in total, potentially over the next 2 months. Vlad.
All right, Ramy Inocencio reporting from Tel Aviv for us. Thank you, Ramy.